Hi, it's been about 8, 9 months, something like that. This is if it sounds like I'm whispering or if I'm talking low because it's 4 a.m. here. I was gonna make this like a couple hours ago, but I dead ass just fell asleep because I have class in about 4 hours from now. I'm supposed to be getting up in like an hour. Fucking get ready, whatever. Anyways, this is gonna be a rant video because this is whatever I want to do. So here we are, and I don't want to. I'm gonna do. I wanted to do a long like rant video instead of just posting everything I feel on Instagram stories. So here we are, because the internet is forever, and right now we're going through like crazy stuff. So I think last video I watched it, but I can't remember everything that I was talking about because I was also mumbling in that. Holy shit, I kept sneezing. I keep sneezing. I'm about to blow my nose. I don't have the fucking clip. I thought I would need it. I wake up and then boom, allergies. Last video I talked about being an adult and how I kind of felt overwhelmed by how much responsibility it feels. I looked back at the video and I was thinking to myself, girl, you know nothing about responsibility until right now. Um a lot has happened since then. So we'll talk about school first. So I started going to school last fall 2024. I was at St. Mary's, but I had to drop out because it was so expensive. So I dropped out of St. Mary's. I went to a community college, which I had my opinions about being a college community college student because in my head, if I wasn't going to a university, I wasn't successful, which is not a great mindset to have. An education's an education, a degree's a degree, right? That's what I think now. Like props to those people that go to university, props to the people that go to the community college. Props to anyone who really just goes to college and university to get their education for the betterment of themselves and whatever. But I definitely didn't see it as a betterment of anything. This is my last semester. I went from being a marketing major to environmental science, which is just great. I've changed a lot in like it hasn't been completely 2 years, but a year and a half, I guess. So much has gone down since freshman year of college to sophomore spring semester. I wanted to be a graphic designer for like whatever company. It didn't matter which company. I just wanted to be a graphic designer. And sure, I could still do that whenever. But as when I went down the environmental science pipeline, I wanted to be a meteorologist so I could be on the news and do stuff like this. And I wanted to be the kind of person to go out in like the middle of a hurricane and be like, guys, it's kind of wet out here, isn't it? So, whatever. Um, I wanted to do that, but now it's pivoted to me wanting to do education, elementary education.
Anyways, it's been 2 days since I recorded that, and frankly, I'm re recording this because. What? because I didn't feel like editing about 40 minutes worth of me blabbering and like staring at the wall. And I was playing with slime at some point because it was 4 a.m. I was so freaking dead tired. But it's now Thursday. It's Thursday, and I just got back from school. So we're gonna be talking. I think last clip that y'all just saw, I was talking about school and how my mindset has changed from feeling like a failure because I dropped out of a university to go to community college, and now my mindset is just to get my damn degree at this point at any means, any means. Like I'm fine with just my associates right now because, as we will get into later, I have to stop going to school for a while at least, for a little, for like at least like a year, could be a little longer, but whatever. Anyways, what I mean, that's all I have to say in regards to school. For now, I just need to get my associates, finish that up to become a teacher's aide. And I was looking into this because I think as an environmental science major, there's like two pathways I can do. I can either go into education or go to the news, which is what a lot of people seem to like generalize whenever I tell them, "Hey, I'm an environmental I'm an I'm an environmental science major." People just automatically assume, "Oh, you want to be on the news, huh? You want to tell the weather, huh?" Well, yes, but I don't know. There's no but. I wanted to be on the news, but I also like the concept of being a teacher. So, teacher's aide for now. That's where I am right now. I want to be my path is teacher's aide for now. Who knows what's going to happen cuz I think I've gone from marketing major to environmental science major and I wanted to be a graphic designer to weather boy to teacher to teacher's aide now. And with that, we're going to transition to what I do for work because on top of being a full-time student, I have two fucking jobs now. So, I work two jobs. I work two restaurant jobs. I work as a host, a to-go spec, and a server. Two of the former, I work at a certain chain restaurant that I will not mention. And then I work at as a server at a jazz lounge that I will also not say the name of. And I say they're pretty fun jobs, except the first one that I will not mention. I really like being a server at this other job that I also will not mention. I don't know. I like working with the people there. They're all nice. They're all kind to me, especially with all the stuff I'm going through. I did cry one time. We're about 4 weeks into opening this new restaurant, I already started bawling my eyes out in the bathroom. I think it's like a rite of passage for everyone to cry at least once as a server or when you work a restaurant job. Yasmin, why are you working two jobs and going to fucking school full time? Isn't that freaking hard work? Isn't that stressful for you? Yes. Is that fun? Are you doing it for fun? Why are you doing it? Now, let's take a look around, you guys. Have you seen what's been going on in the news? Have we seen what's been going on in Minneapolis or whatever? Is it Minnesota? I always forget because they're like kind of the same spelling, and I'm like kind of losing my mind. Have we seen? Have we turned on the news? Have we looked? Have we scrolled through reels? Have we seen TikToks about what's going on? What the political climate of the world is right now? Recently, not so recently, I guess this past December 2025. Not to get too personal, but my dad has gotten detained by said organization. Whether I'm not trying to get political on this fucking channel because frankly, I don't give a fuck. Whether you believe ISIS is a good thing or not, I don't care. I'm just sharing my experience, and this is my experience that my dad has been detained now, and he hasn't been with us for 2 months, and I didn't see him for a month because I didn't have an ID, because I didn't think this would happen. So I procrastinated for the longest time. When I got the news that he had been detained, I immediately locked in. There was no I didn't I think developed I developed the mentality from him that you we gotta go. Like we hit the world keeps spinning, nothing stops, so we gotta go. So immediately I cried for like 2 seconds and I was like hyperventilating and whatnot. I like obviously grieved it. Sorry, I'm like talking fast because I don't want to edit down like 100 like several minutes of me talking. When I got the news, I immediately just decided, hey, cry for a little bit and then we actually need to get a plan going for what we need to sort out, what we need to do to keep living and keep being in this shelter that we have. Right? Right. So immediately I booked my appointment to get my passport, got my ID, figured out when I got my second job at the time. Like the day of that I got hired, I got the news, which is whatever. Oh, I'm not gonna say it's great. I'm lucky that I have 2 jobs now that I can, you know, get some money because now a lot of stuff falls as the eldest here in the US. Right now, my main priorities are getting paperwork and everything settled with rent, the electricity bills, car maintenance, paperwork for the cars, stuff like that. It's just getting that sorted out on top of going to school and going to work. So which is why I kind of like look back at that video that I made like 8, 9 months ago and I laugh at myself because I talk about how I'm stressed and everyone expects you to have everything figured out. Cut to 8 to 9 months later, it's February and basically everything I talked about in this video. I'm looking at the bright side of things. That's the goal. Because you can't just stay in your head all the time, right? Like, you can't just be on TikTok scrolling endlessly through all the fucking crap that's been going on. Because then you'll lose your mind. You'll frankly, point blank period, you're gonna lose your mind if you keep scrolling endlessly through the gloom and doom of it all. So, I besides thinking about all the stuff I have to do, I think about all the stuff I do have already figured out. I have my friends with me and stuff. I have my siblings here, they're safe. Um, they're going to school, We have each other still. Everyone's been very supportive of me and my family so far, which is very much appreciated. I have 2 jobs. I have a boss that likes me as like, an employee. Like I very much appreciate everyone that's been supportive of me and my family and our situation and everything. I wouldn't say that I don't like talking about this part of my life. It's just hard getting it out. You can hear it, I think, in my voice. It's it's difficult. Mm. Genuinely, my heart goes out to anyone who has lost a family member because of all this stuff that's been going on. Ah! I hope that anyone who has lost someone has been, or someone who has been taken away, or you can't get a hold of them, or they have been killed because of. If you've lost someone due to the stuff that's been going on recently, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm there. We're there. We feel you. Ugh. I've been feeling more and more paranoid about everything because now they're taking, US citizens, which I am. Holy shit. This is post. I'm editing the video right now and I completely well, I didn't forget that I showed my fucking foot, but I'm so embarrassed. I was talking about how I'm born from California and it's, to me, in my personal opinion, it's one of like the most American states in our country. And I don't, if I get taken away, imagine I get taken, bro. Bro, I'm Californian and then Texan on top of that. I was talking about how I, in my opinion, Texas, California, New York, Nevada, Florida are the most American states. They feel like the most American states to me, as my personal opinion. That's my personal opinion. But I was talking about that, and while I was showing my fucking foot, so I am gonna cut that. Yeah, I'm just not gonna do that. I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, I it's very condensed. I think this has been 13 minutes of me recording. The other part of the other videos that I recorded 2 days ago were like 20 minutes, 10 minutes, and I'm not gonna be editing all that. I'm not. If you think for a second I'm gonna be editing all that, you're wrong. This is it. And I don't, if I'm, I try to be as open as possible to people that I care about and stuff, but I don't like to feel like a burden on people. So this is like the big post that I'm gonna make. So if you don't know already, now you do. That's it. I don't really know how to close out this video. Everyone be safe. Did y'all see the Super Bowl? Yeah? Okay, cool. Be safe, be smart. Try to see things. Try to be positive, you know. Take a break when you need to. Quit sometime. Sometimes you need to quit while you're ahead. When you quit something, you have to also be proactive and do something else with your time because you can't just quit and not do anything, right? You have to quit and then pick yourself up again and figure out what else you want to do. I don't know how to put that in simpler terms. So there it is. Be safe, stay educated, be kind to people. So that's it. Okay, bye.